Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am so happy you're here. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are coming back, well, welcome back to my channel. So many of you know I went to NASP and this was the first one that I went to, and it was in New Orleans during Marti Gras. So as a first timer that went, I know there might be some people wondering how it was, the whole experience, because I know I wondered before I went to this one. I was like, how is it set up? Like, what happens? What is this all about? So I'm here to tell you that information. So I'm gonna break this down. I was there from Sunday to Saturday, and the actual convention days were Wednesday to Saturday. But that Saturday I left, so I didn't get to go to any of the events. So I'm kind of gonna like section it off. So let's talk about that Sunday until that Tuesday, which was just me being in the area. And then Wednesday to basically Saturday, the whole time that I was at the convention. And then I'll talk about what I loved and things that I didn't like so much there. So on Sunday, we got there. It was me, my boyfriend, and my best friend. And we checked in, but that whole thing was processed. So where the hotel was at, and remember, I got this hotel through the NASP website because the hotel was where part of the convention was taking place, and then it was also the hotel across the street. So where it was at was on Canal Street, and that is one of the main routes for a lot of the parades. So we had to get dropped off a couple blocks before, and there wasn't a straight route to our hotel because the parade was going through the street. So we had to wait on the side, and we were waiting, and we're like, hopefully eventually we'll be able to get through. So a little down the street, when part of the parade would go, they would open it up, and it was like, go, go, go. So we went, checked in, dropped our stuff off. One thing about parades is that I don't know why I thought it was only gonna be on that Tuesday Marti Gras, like the Fat Tuesday. No, there were parades every day, and we like got a whole parade app with everything on it and the times and locations. So that was really fun to see them, and I'll get into that more in a bit. But we got some really yummy food. I think that was the night where we had Thai food, and we walked around Bourbon Street for a while as well, and we just kind of explored. And back to those parades. So there's many parades. So there's a parade that night, so we went and we saw a parade as well that day. So that took up most of, well, actually the whole time. We had got there, I think around 12 o'clock, and we had already got food. As soon as we left the airport, we stopped and got food, and then that whole hotel situation came, did all that stuff. So anyway, Monday, the hotel where we stayed at the Sheraton, it was the Sheraton and the Marriott right across the street from each other. And it was a really nice hotel. It was really nice. I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the location. It was like a perfect location for all the events. And on Tuesday, we saw another parade, like on actual Fat Tuesday, we saw the Zulu parade. And tell me how it was like supposed to be 40 floats. We were there from 8:30 in the morning until 12 or about 12:30, and we got to float 8. That's how slow they would travel, and they would keep stopping. It was a lot of pauses, and then we were like, we're too hungry, we're gonna go get some food. So we went to the French market and got some food, which you might have saw on my Instagram. So I was going to really talk about the like before convention part that happened, but if you want more of that, I have that on my Instagram. I was putting a bunch of stories up. I made a post as well about it. So if you're more interested in the fun things that is not conference related, you can see that there, and I have my Instagram link down below. But anyway, now on to the conference. So Wednesday was when it all started, which was also Valentine's Day. So first thing, I was so tired from the night before. I was like, I need to go get food and go get coffee. So that's what I did. There was a place around the corner called Bread on Oak, or Breads on Oak, but it was so delicious, and I'm vegan, so they had vegan food. And if you are vegan or vegetarian, not hard to find food at all. There's so many vegan restaurants, and then there's also so many places that just serve vegan food while you're there. So I got coffee, got some breakfast, and I'm thinking the first session I'm gonna go to is at 10. I have some time. I had woke up at like 8. I was in eating at 9. I got in there and the lines were ridiculously long. Like, it was ridiculous. I was like, I'm not waiting in this. If I do, I'm definitely gonna miss the session that I want to go to. So I just went to the session, and then I went and registered after that session, and then I went to my other ones because the line, it was a little long at that point, but it was moving very fast. I'm serious, it was like looped all around before. But while I was registering, I saw they had little ribbons, and I wish I would have got a ribbon. There were different ones. I saw some people that said like, this is my first year at NASP, but I was trying to get over to my next session, so I was like, I don't have time to look. And then the other times it was kind of the same thing, but I was like, that would have been cool to get that. So if you do go to NASP, get the little ribbons. There's different ones that say a whole bunch of different things, and you can attach it to your name card. So I went to the session and there were so many people at the one I wanted to go to. Like, it was out the door. There were people out the door. So I was like, I can't even hear or see what they're saying. So I went next door and I saw that one, which was kind of related to the first thing that I went to. They were both on report writing, and I really liked them. I learned a lot about just different ways that I could write reports to be more understandable. I try to write my reports like that anyway, but this was a nice refresher and then gave me some new ideas of things I can add to my report and ways that I can word different things. And then I have the PowerPoint slides as well, so I'm going to look through that and kind of use that next time when I have time to write up my reports. Now, like I said, Wednesday was the first day of the sessions, but it was also Valentine's Day. So we did the steamboat tour, and that was really cool. It was a jazz tour as well, so they were playing jazz music in there. It was also a steamboat, and they would let you go down and see how it's operating. So that was really nice to see, and it was a really nice sunny day. So it was cool. It was definitely cool, especially with the wind blowing, but it was so worth it. There's so much jazz in New Orleans. I mean, that's not shocking, but it is everywhere, and if you get the chance to go there, I would definitely try to see as much as you can because these people are so good. We also went to this rooftop bar and you could see the city, which was really cool. We did that later at night, and it was really nice. And when we went downstairs from there, guess what? They were playing jazz music. So we were watching that when we were waiting for the Uber to come, and that was a really fun time too. So Thursday morning, I had an early session at like 8 in the morning, and then I had a break because I didn't want to go to the keynote speaker. So I had a break, and then I didn't need to be back for the sessions that I wanted later in the evening until like 3:20. So I went to that session, and then I wanted to fill up that chunk with so much, like as much as possible. So we went on a little adventure, definitely worth it. We went up to the French Quarters, went to get some food, then before we went and got food, we went to the Jazz Museum, then we took an Uber to get food, then took an Uber to City Park to go to the Botanical Gardens, and then came back. It was like 2:50 by the time I got back. I got ready again to go to the conference, and so then that's what I did. So there was one that I picked that I just wanted to go to, and then the other session at the end of the day was a documented session, which are the ones that you have to pay for. I became a member this year for the year, so it was $10, but if you weren't a member, it was $15 for each documented session. And I ended up doing 2 of them. Some were full. One I had already bought before, and then I was like, let me do another documented session. So you are able to sign up for them there, but there is the risk that they might be full. On Friday, I had a fun night the night before. So I was supposed to go really early again, like how I was up at 8 a.m. for the one session, 9 a.m. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So I was able to switch my schedule around, and I found some other sessions that I wanted to go to. They were just later. And again, I had the documented session, but that wasn't until the end of the day. So something really helpful that I haven't mentioned yet that I use was the NASP app, and it's so useful how it's set up. So basically you can go in after you set up the account and everything, and it will tell you all of the sessions offered. You can filter it, and then you can pick which ones you want to go to, and you can get rid of them. You can check into them, and it also tells you where they're located and the time, if it costs money, all that information. So that's very helpful, because at first I was like, how am I gonna know where all this stuff is located? I don't know where anything's at. opened up the app, told me right away, and then there's signs everywhere to direct you. So definitely get the NASP app if you go to NASP. While I was there, I ran into one of my former professors from grad school, so it was really nice to see her. And then I also went to a session briefly that my supervisor from my internship did, and there were so many people in that one, so that was really cool to see that. And it was also really nice to see her, so I was happy I was able to see them. And I had to leave because I had to go to the documented session and it overlapped, but I was like, I want to go say hi and I want to at least see some of it. Literally was sitting on the floor. That's how packed her session was. After we were done that day, it was so rainy on Friday, but that didn't stop the fun. I still went to go explore. So we went to the World War II Museum, and that museum is huge. So if you ever want to go there, make sure you have a whole lot of time, because we went and there was like an hour and a half left, and we probably got through one and a half out of 6 of the entire museum. Maybe 2/6, I don't know, but there was so much more to explore, and that was us moving fast. We didn't even really get to read all the stuff, but it was nice to be able to go. So if you do want to do that, make sure you have a lot of time, like at least 6 hours. All right, so I'm going to talk about what I loved about NASP overall, because there were some things I thought were really cool. I really liked the NASP app that I had mentioned. That was very helpful. It was annoying to set it up, I will tell you. Like, it just did not want to cooperate with me, and it was taking forever to send the code originally when I was setting it up to my email, and then it would say link was expired, and I had to do it like 4 or 5 times or something like that before it finally did it. But once it started working, it was smooth. It was nice for me to be able to organize the sessions I want to go to, easy for me to change them out if I wanted to do another one, or see if I can make it to a different session. I also really liked that I was able to see everyone, because this is like something nationally that all school psychs have the chance to go to if they can. So if there's someone that you worked with that was a school psych before, they might be there, and it's just really nice that you can reconnect with those people, and also make a bunch of new connections too. I also think the sessions, depending on what sessions you go, pick sessions that are related to you and what you would want to work with and work on, because if you find ones like that, it is very helpful. Like, I found the report writing ones very helpful. I also did one that was related to stats and progress monitoring, and I found that very helpful, just to kind of have that visual of like, this is where the student is, and if we keep going with this trend, they should be here. So the amount that they need to grow is this much a week, and then they'll be here by this time. Like, I found that really helpful, and maybe not everyone will, but that was such a cup of tea for me. So it was really nice. Depending on the sessions, like, they could be super helpful and relate to you so much. Also, going to NASP gives you, if you come early, like how I came 3 days early before the sessions had started, it's a good mix of business and pleasure. You get the vacation part and able to have fun and travel and do all that stuff, but then you also are learning and growing and connecting and just getting things that you can take to apply to your field later. And I don't know about all the NASP conferences, but I got my hotel through NASP, and they had it booked, I believe, that Friday or Saturday until the next like Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or something. So there's time that you can take to stay there. The bad about NASP, I would say, is definitely that registration line. I haven't ever seen anything like that. It was so long. I think they should give you the option to register the night before, because I'm not kidding, when I came, it had to have been at least like a 2-hour wait, and it just kept sneaking, and it wasn't moving. When it was moving in the back, it was because people were leaving the line. So that was not good, and it was causing people to miss what they want to go to, or to be really late to them. So not good. The other thing is that it's so, like, it's nice that it's big, but that's also kind of a drawback that it's so big, because you can definitely be in your lane and you're like, I'm just gonna go do this and this and this, and not talk to anyone, then you might not make any connections with anyone. And honestly, that's kind of like what happened with me. I mean, I saw people that I knew before and then they introduced me to people, but I'm like, if I didn't see the people that I already knew, would I have met anyone else? I don't think so. I met one other person the first day, but I didn't get her number or anything. She was a really nice person, so that was nice talking to her and just kind of talking about our job. And we're psychs in different countries, so that was also cool to kind of talk to her about that and get her perspective on it. But she was a really nice person. But yeah, I know this video is a little longer than my normal videos, but I really want to come on here because it was such a fun experience. And I'm very happy that I came early and stayed the amount I did. I think staying almost a week was perfect. It was so much fun. I'm happy I came with people that I know too. So if you can, bring some people along so then you can do your work, and then afterward you could do some fun stuff. It was just a nice break from work, and I feel like I learned things that I can definitely apply to my job. So I'm so grateful for that, and I really hope this video helped you guys. And if you guys have been to NASP or the one that just happened, definitely write down your experience down below because I would love to hear it. I always appreciate you guys watching. I thank you so much and I will see you next time. All right, bye guys.